You're watching this insightful expose courtesy of the Jamila Kyari Company. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Come with me to Lagos, Nigeria, a place rich in history, arts, and culture. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned traveler, Lagos City has something for everyone. From its natural beauty and historical landmarks to its vibrant art scene and bustling markets, the city is a must-visit destination that promises a memorable experience. In this country, Nigeria, one woman has managed to encapsulate the essence of the nation through her work. In April 2024, I spent some time in Lagos City where I visited a few attractions. One of them caught my attention so much that I wanted to create this video to capture its story. Yes, you guessed right. I was fortunate to meet the pioneer of Nike Art Gallery, owned and curated by the incredible Nike Davies Okundaye herself. Experience the unique charm of West Africa's most extensive art gallery, strategically located in Lagos, Abuja, Kogi, and Osun State. Immerse yourself in the vibrant world of the arts at the Nike Art Gallery. Here, you will find Mama Nike Davies Okundaye, the owner, at the Lagos location, with works by over 500 visual artists on display and over 25,000 pieces for sale. The Nike Art Gallery is not just a gallery. It's a cultural hub that has shaped Nigeria's artistic landscape and established itself as a must-visit destination. Don't miss the other Osogbo, Kogi, and Abuja art centers. Now, let's dive into the life of the brain behind this cultural relic. Nike, the visionary behind the Nike Art Gallery, is more than just a curator. She's a cultural ambassador, offering training to over 150 artists in visual, musical, and performing arts. Her efforts have been instrumental in preserving Nigerian artistic culture and traditional art practices, as well as fostering other types of creative expression. Nike was born in 1951 in Ogidi Ijumu in Kogi State, Nigeria. She was introduced to art as a teenager. She embroidered linen for a woman tailor in her village and later began producing woven cloth using methods learned from her great-grandmother, Ibitola, who was the head of the Women's Loom Guild in Jos in the 1950s. Later, Ibitola transitioned from traditional weaving of decorative clothes to Adire-making, a more profitable and less time-consuming craft. Nike helped her great-grandmother in this profession by drawing designs on the cloth by freehand using a starchy paste of boiled cassava and alum, which was applied to the fabric with chicken feathers to form shapes like squares with different motifs. Life wasn't always rosy for Nike. She went through diverse trials and jumped through many hoops to get to where she currently is. In my research, I learned how her father, Nicholas Ojo, arranged a marriage for her. Rather than submit to a life with a suitor she never bargained for, she ran away with a traveling theater troupe and later left to work in Osogbo as an artist's apprentice. From this experience and over the next few years, we are introduced to the struggles of young women like Nike and their experiences in a patriarchal society where resistance to male authority is frowned upon. Nike has had to negotiate patriarchal systems at every juncture in her life, from in her father's house, to in her first husband's compound as one of several wives, to her marriage to an European man with a racist view of the world, and stereotypes within the Osogbo art community, a task undertaken with stern defiance and a sense of quiet resilience. Nike once told a Calgary Herald reporter, Sherry Clegg, that women have a very hard time in my country. They do all the work and the men collect all the money. There isn't time to develop their talent. In all of this, and all through her past marriages, she has overcome. According to Wikipedia, Nike Davies Okundaye has 2 sons and 4 daughters. She was previously married to a fellow Nigerian artist, Prince Twins 77, but their marriage ended in divorce. She later married David John Davies, and they had 2 daughters. Her current marriage is to Reuben Okundaye, a Nigerian ex-police commissioner and the father of her youngest child. Her union to an artist might have made it possible for her to rise through the ranks of her career, but this growth was not without its fair share of trials, and eventually they separated in what she describes breaking away to success. Nike has moved on to fame and fortune in her creative and skillful production of batik art, which she created with various materials from cotton to silk and using both important synthetic dyes and natural dyes derived from vegetables, flowers, and tree bark. Most of her Nigerian acclaim came through her work designing clothing for women who worked in numerous institutes and foreign embassies in Lagos, Kano, and Kaduna. Her work was highly recognized and respected, and she was even singled out once by President Shehu Shagari for her work. Nike had her first overseas workshop at the Haystack Mountain Craft School in Maine, where she served as a weaving instructor, teaching men and women the Nigerian art of making a fabric called ojas. What happened next was a ripple effect. In the following year, the Tribal Art Gallery in New York sponsored an exhibition of her work, and she exhibited throughout Europe in 1976 and 1979. Her notoriety grew in Europe with growing interest in the United States and Canada. Eventually, Nike started her first art gallery and art center in 1968. The Nike Center for Arts and Culture. Open 7 days a week, the Nike Art Gallery and Center in Lagos's Lekki Peninsula, established in about 2009, is a hidden gem. It is a 4-story art center, gallery, and textile museum that houses several artworks by Nigerian artists. It attracts diverse visitors, including politicians, diplomats, scholars, business people, researchers, children, and tourists seeking to experience Nike's artistic and cultural impact. Feeling creative? You can attend a workshop led by Nike herself, or go on a guided tour or retreat to create traditional African crafts like Adire, batik, indigo, beadwork, painting, or carving. Through art, Nike trains women by teaching traditional indigo cloth dyeing techniques known as Adire. In the process, she hopes to revive and preserve centuries-old crafts while empowering women with the skills to succeed. Adire, the tie and dye version, is native to the southwest region of Nigeria. On the other hand, the freehand technique known as Adire Eleko, with the Adire referring to indigo dye and the Eleko refers to the boiled cassava, lime, and alum resist technique used to create patterns and motifs. Nike continually uses Adire patterns in her artwork because Adire is a woman's art taught by her mother. Adire pattern motifs have traditionally been passed down from mother to daughter, and the designs have hardly changed, but are constantly being reimagined by craftswomen. Allow Nike's story of triumph and resilience to encourage you to pursue your dreams and aspirations. And remember to carry future generations along with you, because the person who continues a story is just as important as the person who started it.
Reach the stars, now let's see you conquer galaxies. You've gone for gold, let's show you 2 more treasure chests.
Your story doesn't have to end with you. As a matter of fact, it can continue into the next generation.
The only way to move, fish up the way to go.
And the generation after that.
Don't stop.
After all, you've worked hard to get to where you are. Why should your wealth end with you? Let your story continue.
Let's take you stars. Now let's see you conquer galaxies. You've gone for gold. Let's show you 2 more treasure chests.